Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the set. Set, hut. Right. Green set. Hut, hut.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Back to throw here. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded at the 43. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bears take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Deputy! Nice hiking, 18! Go street! Cut 19! Cut 19! 18, pioneer! Go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ridge, 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let go.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Bears add 8-3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Go! Buffalo 18, Hawk 70, Hawk.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He look at the defense for these Texans. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Check smash, check smash. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
4th down and goal.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Black top. Blue. Set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Black, pressure, 6. White, red, yellow. Set.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
60. Get it? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Get it?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got room at the 30 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
At the Texans' 18-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
Looking to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Ready, ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
On the set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Robinson with another carry. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch him in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
70 Lions. Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60, 70 Timberwolves. 18, Pioneers. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33.
Cougar 19 Lions. Hey, smash. Check, smash. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, down and wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll get this out to Tootin. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tootin from 10 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 45, white. Blast it, 6. Claws red. Steel, black. Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
16 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Beetle blue. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Set, ready. 33, yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Set.
2nd and 2. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Brown. No gain on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Grill green, white, black, 95. Red, cycle. Hut.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bijan Robinson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready, break.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on, come on. Hit. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 9 Warriors 70.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hurt. Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Cup 19, Cup Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now a 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19, 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 69, Dragon 60.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top again. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. It's Martin Mapu, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I would guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
60 Vices, 60 Vices. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19, Cup 19, Cup 19, Panther 11, Panther, Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the 3rd quarter. Now they'll shift things around. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Trouble, 38. Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
And the Texans first down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 3.
40.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Green. You, yellow.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Come on, set. 10 black. Striker, 3-3. Blaster, 6. Blue striker.
throws it in over the middle. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Down. 52 blaster. Black. Ready?
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Set. Hey, red. Yellow. 22. Set. Go.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
On the set. Let's go. Red, 38.
Brown, the motion man right.
Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
McPherson's kick is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Warrior 70. Go.
Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Ready.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ready.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Got it. Ready?
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Ready?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bradley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Texans.
Ready. Set. Go.
Robinson up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bradley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
60 red. 60 red. Claws red. Ready.
Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
the double.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
19-yard line.
Okay, break. Stop below 18. Come on, come on. Hit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
19 Lions. Check, 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 check. 79 Broncos. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
60. Hey, Cowboy 80.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 16.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Blue strike. Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue. Black ultra. Field black. Hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Green.
At the 44-yard
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Ready up.
2nd.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Down. Black shot. Light blue.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 10 black. Eagle blue. Hut.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Set, ready. Black 40. Red, yellow. Green jack. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big